What's going on, everybody? The NBA Finals have kicked off in the most dramatic, unexpected, and downright thrilling way possible. And I've got to say it, this is what we live for as basketball fans. That Game 1 was nothing short of electric. Tyrese Halliburton continues to prove he's not just a rising star, he's already that guy. Every time people count out the Indiana Pacers, every time it looks like they're about to fall apart or fade into the background, they rise, they come back. And they don't just crawl back. They storm their way into contention with a level of heart and grit that you rarely see sustained for 48 minutes straight. It's like watching a boxer get knocked down 3 times in a round, only to get up and start swinging harder. Now let's talk about what this means in the grand scheme, especially when we look at a team like the Oklahoma City Thunder. OKC looked like they had Game 1 wrapped up on multiple occasions. They had control. They were dictating pace, getting stops, making shots. It was all there. And yet, when it came down to the fourth quarter, to those final minutes where a team has to make a stand, they couldn't put the nail in the coffin. That wasn't just about missed shots or bad rotations. That was about the Pacers refusing to die. That's what separates a good team from a dangerous team. You can outshoot them, outrun them, outgame plan them for 36 minutes, but if you can't bury them, they're going to make you pay. That's exactly what Indiana did. And this all circles back to something important. Something that has major implications for teams like the Lakers. I actually did a live stream about this last night, but I wanted to break it down in a full video because it's not just about Game 1 or the Pacers' resilience. It's about what teams like Indiana and OKC are showing the rest of the league, especially the Lakers. If you want to contend in today's NBA, you need speed, versatility, and relentless energy every single night. The Pacers play all 48 minutes like their playoff lives depend on it. It's not just spurts of effort or bursts of hustle. It's a full court, full speed commitment to every possession. Loose balls? They're diving for them. Missed. Shots? They're crashing the boards. Transition defense? They're sprinting back. There's no coasting. There's no waiting for the game to come to them. Compare that to the Lakers. And this is where it gets real. For years now, we've been having the same conversation over and over again. Effort, energy, consistency. How many times have we watched the Lakers game and said, man, what happened in that first half? Or why did they just fall apart? In the third quarter or worse? Which version of this team is going to show up tonight? That's been the story across multiple seasons through different coaching staffs with different rosters. It's not just a coaching problem. It's a culture issue, and it's an athleticism issue. The Lakers, for all their talent, have lacked the speed and switchability on the perimeter that teams like Indiana and OKC thrive on. Look back over the past few seasons. When the Lakers had Russell Westbrook, Carmelo Anthony, and a rotation full of aging veterans, it was clear they didn't have the legs to keep up with younger, faster teams. The effort was there in moments, but you can't fake foot speed. You can't fake lateral quickness. And even when they went smaller, with guys like Patrick Beverley or Kendrick Nunn, those weren't exactly elite athletes. You had smaller guards trying to cover way too much ground, and it just didn't work. Even someone like Dennis Schroeder, who's definitely quick, couldn't carry the burden of perimeter defense on his own. What you see with Indiana is the model of what the modern NBA demands. Guys who can switch, defend, and run. And more than anything, guys who want to do the dirty work. The Pacers aren't always clean. They turn the ball over a lot. They miss shots. But they don't let that stop them. They don't hang their heads. They keep fighting. That's been missing from the Lakers. Too many games where the body language is off, where the urgency isn't there until it's too late. And when you face a team like Indiana or OKC, that's the difference between winning and getting run out of the gym. Now, to be fair, the Lakers aren't that far away from fixing this. I don't think we're talking about a full rebuild. But they need 4 key pieces, in my opinion. First, they need a clear starting center, someone who can anchor the defense and finish around the rim. Then they need a legit backup center, someone who's not just a filler, but can give you productive minutes without the whole scheme falling apart. And this is huge, they need 2 legitimate perimeter players. Guys who bring athleticism, switchability, who can defend the point of attack, and who don't need the ball to make an impact. Players who can slide into any lineup, who can guard multiple positions, and who bring that foot speed that has been sorely missing. There's been a lot of talk about Bronny James and whether he could be one of those guys, not as a starter, but as a rotation piece. And honestly, I wouldn't hate it. If he develops the way people hope, he could bring some of that athleticism and defensive bite that the Lakers have been missing. You pair him with another switchable wing or guard, and suddenly the team has a very different feel. Throw in a solid 5 and a backup big, and you've got something to work with. But again, this isn't just about personnel. It's about mindset. It's about identity. That's what the Pacers have. That's what OKC is building. And that's what the Lakers have lost since the 2020 title run. Back then, they could morph into whatever they needed to be. Want to go small? Cool. Anthony Davis at the 5, LeBron at the 4, and a bunch of wings and guards who could switch. And defend. Want to go big? No problem. Dwight Howard or JaVale McGee at the 5, Davis at the 4, LeBron sliding to the 3. They had versatility. They had toughness. And they had energy from guys like Alex Caruso, Rajon Rondo, and even Kyle Kuzma doing the dirty work. That team had an identity. Today's Lakers, not so much. There's too much reliance on top-heavy talent and not enough support around them that fits the modern game. LeBron and Anthony Davis are still elite, but they need help. Not just scorers, but dogs, hustlers, guys who fly around screens, contest shots, and don't take plays off. Indiana has that. OKC has that. And it's why those teams are surging. While the Lakers are left trying to patch holes, the Pacers especially are a fascinating case study. They're the definition of adaptable. Game 1 against the Thunder was a masterclass in flexibility. OKC tried to impose their size, rolling out both their bigs like Isaiah Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren, just like they've done in past series. And it worked for a while, but Indiana responded by going small, pulling Miles Turner and sliding Pascal Siakam to the 5, with Obi Toppin at the 4. And even though they went small, they didn't lose size or physicality. They stayed aggressive, they crashed the boards, and they hustled for every loose ball. That's the kind of versatility the Lakers need. You look at Indiana's lineup and they can play big or small without missing a beat. If you want to go big, they can throw out Turner and Siakam, or even Thomas Bryant in there. If you want to go small, they adjust. Siakam as center, Toppin. At the 4, Aaron Nesmith and Halliburton filling out the wing spots. They still have size, still have shooting, still have energy. That's the blueprint. That's what I want to see from the Lakers. The ability to shapeshift based on the matchup instead of forcing their own style regardless of the opponent. And again, let's not forget the 2020 Lakers. That team could play any style. They faced Houston, who was all about speed and spacing with Russell Westbrook and James Harden. Everyone said they'd run the Lakers off the court. Instead, the Lakers adapted. They went smaller, but not weaker. They used LeBron and Davis in the front court, surrounded them with defenders like Rondo, Caruso, and Bradley, and just outplayed Houston at their own game. Then, when they needed to go big again, they did. That flexibility is what wins in the playoffs. Today, the Lakers don't have that. And until they do, it's going to be hard to keep up with these newer, faster, more aggressive teams. Indiana, for all their flaws, has figured out how to play to their strengths, hide their weaknesses, and most importantly, fight like hell for every possession. The Lakers need to find that fire again. They need to build a roster that reflects that. Same hunger and adaptability, but here's the thing. They're not that far off. It's not hopeless. With the right additions, athletic wings, a true center, a defensive identity, they could be right back in the mix. But it's going to take some tough decisions, a real commitment to defense and hustle, and a willingness to evolve. Because as much as talent matters, the teams that are thriving right now, Indiana, OKC, even Boston, are winning because of effort, versatility, and trust in the system. And if the Lakers don't take a page out of that book soon, they'll keep watching from the sidelines while the next generation takes over. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on. In what could be one of the most unexpected moves of the offseason, rumors are swirling around the possibility of ALEKSA AVRAMOVIC making his way to the Los Angeles Lakers. Multiple sources close to the situation suggest that the Serbian guard, known for his relentless defense and clutch scoring, has caught the attention of the Lakers front office, which is reportedly exploring unconventional options to strengthen its backcourt. While nothing has been confirmed and official negotiations remain under wraps, whispers from both European and NBA circles indicate that Abramovic's name has been circulating in recent internal discussions. The Lakers, facing salary cap challenges and looking to add depth and versatility to their roster, might see Abramovich as an affordable yet impactful addition. Abramovich, currently shining in Europe, has built a reputation as one of the continent's most ferocious defenders. His performances with Partizan Belgrade, especially during EuroLeague competitions, have not gone unnoticed by NBA scouts. His ability to disrupt opposing offenses, combined with a fearless approach to big moments, makes him an intriguing prospect for a team like the Lakers, eager to retool around their core of LeBron James and Anthony Davis. However, there are questions about how Abramovich's game will translate to the NBA level. At 29 years old, he would be making the jump relatively late compared to most European players who transition to the league. Yet some insiders believe his maturity and experience could allow him to adapt more seamlessly than younger, less seasoned prospects. Adding fuel to the speculation are Abramovich's recent social media posts hinting at new professional challenges ahead, though he has stopped short of confirming any move. Additionally, several European basketball outlets have reported that he has attracted interest from multiple NBA teams, with the Lakers leading the pack. For now, this potential transatlantic move remains in the realm of speculation. But in a league where surprises are always around the corner, ALEKSA Avramovic's arrival in Los Angeles could soon shift from rumor to reality, adding another fascinating chapter to both his career and the Lakers' storied history. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.